We've got Toronto facing Cleveland. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports fans. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan alongside Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. And it's the Cavaliers to start out. So let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. Amir Johnson at the 4 with Valanciunas at the pivot. Lowry and Ross pairing up in the backcourt. And it's DeRozan in at the small forward position. Dion Waiters going into last season working on playing off the ball, whether, catch and shoot, Steve, or coming off screens.
Yeah, he's most comfortable with the ball in his hands, but playing alongside Kyrie Irving, he's got to be more effective without the ball, working off those screens and learning to play with Irving.
That free throw missing.
And Waiters really has tried to emphasize staying on balance with his shot, taking better shots, better quality shots within the offense, and we saw the results. There was an uptick in his percentages from the field and from long range as well.
He hits the second from the line.
And Waiters still a volume scorer. To improve his efficiency, he's got to get that free throw percentage back up and become more consistent finishing inside. But he's a natural scorer. He certainly has the talent.
Now here's Johnson. Ross with a wide open look. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. Ross has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. On defense, the Raptors. Irving dishes to Waiters. Now Love inside. Pass to Varejao. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. And Waiters kicks to Irving. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Puts it up from 12. The shot misses. So Cleveland will take it the other way. And the rejection by Valanciunas. Ross against LeBron. Ross passes to Lowry. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
It's been a slow start here for Cleveland. It's a 5-point game. Varejao with a screen on Lowry. James with it. Now Valanciunas defending. Love with a wide open look. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. The Raptors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game.
Even from here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the official.
Valanciunas, a young big man with some offensive promise. He can score on the left block. He's developing a nice touch from mid-range. Very intriguing player with that size and skill set.
And he can't get the first one. And Valanciunas, a mobile 7-footer with good hands. That's a nice start.
It's always a great place to start when you're a big guy. Can you catch it? And not only good passes, but can you catch bad ones and finish around the rim? He can do all of that.
And the second free throw, good.
Oh my God.
The Cavs were an all-out mess last year, and a lot of that was because of their depth. They just did not have the punch off the bench to keep leads or bring them back into games.
Now here is Varejao. LeBron kicks to Love. Looking to end the run. Love with another miss.
Well, I hope they start getting warmed up here soon. That's 0 for 4 to this point.
It's DeRozan with the drive. LeBron with some nice D.
And with the Cavs, their score differential for their reserves really tells the story. Just way too many points given away when that second unit came onto the floor. It was something they needed to address in the offseason, and they did.
The wide open look here for DeRozan. Nails the 16-footer.
Maybe they're still working out the kinks defensively because that was a blatant mistake.
The Cavaliers trail by 8. And for the Cavs, depth certainly won't be an issue this time around. A lot of changes and growth for them, resulting in a much deeper and talented roster.
And, Kevin, people still underestimate the importance of having a strong bench. The Cavs really struggled with that last year, but with LeBron starting and pushing former starters to the bench, they'll be in a much stronger position.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. DeRozan against James. Here's Varejao. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
Well, Anderson Varejao staying relatively healthy last season. That's to say he only missed 17 games. That's a far cry from his previous 3 seasons where he played a total of just 81 games.
And Varejao, Steve, has shown flashes of all-star caliber production at the center position. It's been his injuries that have really held him back.
Yeah, it's good to see him able to remain on the court for most of the season. I mean, a tough year for the Cavs last year record-wise, but Varejao, for him, a step in the right direction health-wise.
And the second free throw, good.
Anderson Varejao, a quality defensive center. Great rebounder, moves his feet well, anticipates, plays with a ton of energy, and he's one of those irritants. He gets under a lot of guys' skin.
Now here is Lowry. Now Valanciunas. Shot clock at 6. Lowry up top. He's covered by Irving. And Lowry gets it to go.
And Varejao coming in to the league primarily as a defensive energy guy, but he's expanded his offensive skill set and has made great improvement as a passer. From his rookie season to now, he's more than doubled his rate of assists.
That's good. LeBron's got his first points in this one.
Well, they needed that one finally. That's just 1 of 5 now overall.
Lowry kicks to Ross. Johnson sets the screen for Ross. And then he jams it down right over Anderson Varejao.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
And he gets the bucket. And Varejao, a good decision maker, Steve, for a center. A 2-to-1 assist to turnover ratio last year.
And he had a terrific season as a 2-point jump shooter. You know, able to spread the defense out a little bit and operate from the high post.
Here's DeRozan following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Johnson attacking. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
Well, if they can match that effort at the defensive end, look out.
Now here's LeBron. The pass to Waiters. Hits it from three-point range.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Raptors leading by 6. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
I was able to speak with Dwayne Casey for a moment. There are a lot of big names to deal with in this one, but perhaps none bigger than LeBron James. He told me planning for LeBron is a headache because he can do so much on the floor, saying there isn't a hole in his game. The only real way to slow him down is to get him working against himself. Physically, there is no answer for LeBron.
All right, Doris. And here is LeBron. Following the three-pointer by DeMar DeRozan. The drive by James. And Waiters kicks to LeBron. Banked in off the glass. LeBron's got his second basket of the game.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Lowry dishes to Johnson. And DeRozan kicks to Valanciunas. And again, it's Toronto converting.
And their field goal percentage continues to climb. They've really shot the ball well here today so far.
Yeah, and it's all about quality shot selection, smart shot selection. They've been very patient on offense.
Now, here is Irving. Left side, Irving. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
What a move. He saw a window on the other side of the rim and whipped it around for the immaculate reverse.
Lowry against Irving. Deflects the pass and stolen by Kyrie Irving. Now here's Love. Guarded closely. 17-foot shot on the way. That doesn't go in either for Irving. Johnson with a screen on Irving. DeRozan passes to Johnson. Dishes to Ross. Outside DeRozan. Johnson sets the screen for DeRozan. Here's Irving. And Waiters has it in the corner. Wide open. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
Ross, that's good. Ross has got 7.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
James. And he gets it to go.
That's his forte. Finding that angle and then aggressively attacking the rim.
Raptors leading by 7. Johnson with a screen on Irving. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
They had no choice but to lunge for that pass to stop it from getting through.
Well, that was a good job. It could have been a quick bucket if he doesn't knock it out of bounds there.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Varejao. Marion comes in for Kevin Love. Miller's checked in for Waiters. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. A new group in now for the Raptors. Hansbrough's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Patterson comes in for Johnson. Lou Williams is checked in for Terrence Ross. And it's Vasquez in for Kyle Lowry.
DeMar DeRozan, a first-time All-Star last year, he improved his long-range shooting. On wing threes, up around 40%, and that allowed him to shoot the best overall three-point percentage of his career.
And DeRozan last season cracking 30% from long range for the first time in his young, promising career. That outside shot has been the missing part of his offensive game because we know he can get to the rack.
And the first one at the line is good. They can talk about DeRozan attacking inside, Steve, last season among the top 5 in free throws made.
Yeah, 6'7", he's strong, he's athletic. You know, he has the ability to finish in the lane, and I just like the way he's improved as a passer as well, getting his teammates involved.
DeMar DeRozan hits them both.
Oh my God, I just got
DeMar DeRozan is starting to piece it together. I mean, we see him up in his scoring average. He's shooting it better. He's passing the ball with more confidence. He's becoming more efficient. You know, after a big extension from the Raptors, I think they've got to be pleased with his progress.
Here's Williams following the basket by LeBron James. Marion against Patterson. 5 to shoot. And there's the rejection. The drive by James. Off target at the rim. And guys, when you look at DeRozan, where can he take the next step?
Well, he has the physical tools to be an elite perimeter defender. He's made strides, definitely, but you know, he has the potential, I think, to be even better than what he is right now.
Now, here's Vasquez. Passes it to Williams. Pulls it from the elbow. Again, the miss by Williams.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
Dellavedova dishes to Miller. He kicks to Dellavedova. James outside. And they double up James. To the inside. Thompson with the bucket. Thompson's got his first points in this one.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should really continue to work it down low, Clark. That's really going to free up the rest of their offense.
Now here's Vasquez. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Kicks it to Williams. They get a hand on it.
He's got a nice touch on that shot normally, but good defense there clogging the lane.
Dellavedova kicks to LeBron. The dish now to Dellavedova. He feeds it to Miller. Takes a shot at the elbow, and it's Toronto with the rebound. 1:44 left in the first. Williams passes to Hansbrough. Now here's Vasquez. There's a screen by Hansbrough. Williams with a clean look. Another miss by Williams.
Couldn't convert, but nice little two-man game there.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see them go back to that the next trip.
Marion dishes to James. Cleveland moving the ball around. Miller outside. In the corner, it's James. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. Timeout called. Cleveland.
Sean Marion, with 15 years in the NBA, a very good 15 years, basically talked about retiring even though he was still playing well at the conclusion of last season. Although I guess he did have a change of heart.
So it's the Cavaliers now, trailing by 5. James. The rim is shaking.
Right there, Marion, by screening as well as he did, open up space for the shooter.
Here's Williams, looking for his first basket still in this one. Feeds it to DeRozan. Sean Marion grabs the miss. Marion's got 3 rebounds now in this one. James outside. LeBron is doubled. And the Cavaliers with possession here. Marion kicks to LeBron. Shot clock at 6. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. From deep three-point range, the shot misses. Raptors leading by 3. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Vasquez passes to Patterson. The wide open look here for DeRozan. DeRozan can't get that one to fall.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Marion dishes to Thompson. Back to Marion. Takes it from 10. Thompson with the bucket. Here's DeRozan. Shot is off. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Raptors up 1. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. Taking a look here at the Raptors' performance here, Clark and Steve. What have they been doing or not doing in your opinion?
How about the three-point shooting? The scoring has really come in bunches from long range.
Yeah, it seems like every time down the floor they're knocking down the triple.
Here's Lowry. So for Toronto right now, Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. Vasquez out there with Lowry, and it's Ross in at the small forward. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. And that's 10 points now for Terrence Ross.
He's not going to miss many of those, if any. Not when he's got that much room.
Irving kicks to Marion. Back to Irving. Love with the screen for Irving. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Well, if you're going to set a screen like that, you've got to make sure your feet are set.
I agree with you, and I thought maybe he was set that time, Steve. I thought it was a good screen on his part.
Raptors leading by 4. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, you have to admire Dion Waiters' confidence as he feels he's going to be the next great shooting guard, not shy to proclaim himself as the next in line. Waiters saying, "I really believe that I'll eventually be the best shooting guard in the NBA. This year I'm going to show a lot of people who doubted me and still doubt me. I'm going to show them. Can't wait to watch, guys."
Well, Doris, confidence so key in this league. Thanks. Amir Johnson's checked in for Patrick Patterson. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. And there's the feed to Vasquez. Lowry a screen on Waiters. Vasquez passes to Johnson. Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. Knocked loose. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Waiters. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over it. Waiters got 6.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And it's not necessarily strategic, Clark. It's just a matter of playing with more heart. Got to play hard, guys.
Lowry drives in. Valanciunas dishes to Vasquez. Pass to Lowry. 5 to shoot. That's blocked. And he's able to get it back. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. The Cavaliers trail by 4. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Love with the screen for Irving. Back to Waiters. Fires from deep. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Ross has got his 3rd rebound tonight.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
He dishes it to Vasquez. Shot clock at 6. Ross kicks to Love. Shoots. That's good on the jump shot. Yes, Lowry's got 7 points in the game.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
Agreed. I mean, you look at the points. I mean, they're getting a lot of baskets off of assists, so the offense really clicking here.
Now here's Waiters. He's got 6. On its way from Irving for 2. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
He had a whole lot of space to get that shot off.
Yeah, I don't think the defender did a good job there of getting over the top of the screen.
Irving against Lowry. There's a good screen. Pass to Johnson. Shoots off the screen, and Thompson sends it back. Ross against Marion. No good from Ross.
The Raptors, one of the top defensive teams in the league last season. Not something we've historically associated with this franchise, but give credit to Dwayne Casey and his staff. I mean, they've got this young team competing at that end of the floor, and that's where it starts if you're going to be good defensively. You've got to want to play at that end of the floor.
That is good. And here's Lowry. He's got 7, so timeout called here, the first for Toronto. And guys, you look at the progress defensively for the Raptors. Remember from 2009 to 2011, they were, Steve, the worst defense in the entire league.
It's one of the reasons they brought in Dwayne Casey, who was the defensive architect for the Mavericks during their 2011 championship run.
Anderson Varejau's checked in for Thompson. Now here's Vasquez. He's covered by Irving. Vasquez passes to Valanciunas. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. A baseline J. Vasquez can't get it to go.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure He was going to knock that down.
That's good.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
Toronto's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Johnson outside. And there's the pass to Ross. Back to Johnson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Johnson's got his second basket. And so here's Cleveland, trailing by 2. Outside Irving. Verjao with a screen on Lowry. Irving attacking. There's the triple. With the putback. It's good on the putback.
Excellent work to turn that miss into 2 points on the tap-in.
Hustle points, I believe they called it.
And great instincts, too. Just anticipating where the ball is heading. Great job there, beating everybody else to the ball.
Johnson sets the screen for Lowry. Vasquez with it. Dishes to Ross. Shot clock at 6. From down in the low post, it goes. Ross has got 5 points now in the quarter.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Here's Marion. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, it sure has, Clark. I mean, with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
Lowry setting the pick for Johnson. Here's Vasquez. Here's Valanciunas. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Waiters got 3 rebounds so far in the game. That one a little long. The Raptors have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Lowry kicks to Ross. Back to Lowry. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That one on Love.
A career best performance from Kyle Lowry last season, posting best in scoring and assists. A lot of people felt like he was the player most egregiously overlooked when it came to the All-Star game.
And Lowry, arguably the Raptors' best player last season. Despite that, Steve, he was the subject of repeated trade rumors.
Well, it was such a curious situation for Toronto. On one hand, they were trying to rebuild at the beginning of the season, maybe get a top draft pick, and then all of a sudden they started playing well. In the end, no trade. Lowry becomes their best player, and then, he leads them to a top 3 seed in the playoffs. So it's kind of a strange season.
And Kyle Lowry drops them both.
Oh my God.
Kyle Lowry, an unrestricted free agent this offseason. Last year playing really well in a contract year. Question is, can he maintain that level of play now with this new deal?
Now, here is Irving. He has 6. It's Marion with the drive. Waiters gets a wide open look. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Raptors with the lead. And Lowry, one of the more underrated players in the NBA, but he's also gotten into it with coaches in the past 2.
Yeah, some locker room concerns. He can rub folks the wrong way, but I tend to always want to give the player the benefit of the doubt in this situation until you know for sure what the issues are. Nothing wrong with a little sandpaper coming from a player that's out there competing.
Here's Waiters after the made shot from Jonas Valanciunas. Verjao with it. Now Valanciunas defending. Now here's Waiters. He started close. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Toronto leading by 4. Here's Ross. Rebound Love.
Terrific defense at the rim. They got right in his path.
That's part of what great defenders do. They get not only in your path, but in your head a little bit, too.
Well, Dion Waiters, a Philly kid, plays with a chip on his shoulder, Clark. Always a ton of confidence.
Yeah, but I like his edge and his chip, but I think sometimes his emotions get the best of him. When he gets frustrated, we've seen it affect his play and his demeanor on the court. Hopefully that's just a maturation thing with him, because it could derail his potential if he doesn't get it under wraps.
And the first one at the line is good.
And for Waiters, we've heard the rumblings. He's butted heads with coaches and teammates. He was dismissed from a practice. His name has been all over trade talks since he's been with Cleveland. But on the plus side, he's working hard to improve as a player, and he's very gifted.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. LeBron, he's checked in for Love. Miller comes in for Sean Marion. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving.
You know, you hear the question marks for Waiters, but still an awful lot of upside for this guy, in my opinion. He's got a great foundation offensively. He can make plays for himself and for others. I think his ceiling is really high as long as he stays hard-working and hungry.
Yeah, the defender draped all over him.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Raptors.
Well, they've definitely had the hot hand from the three-point line so far. Always nice to start out like that.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
He did the important part at the line there, the heavy lifting, if you will. Made this a two-possession game.
Here's Lowry. That drops. Lowry's got 6 in the quarter.
You know, something we're seeing less and less of these days, that little finger roll.
The Cavaliers trail by 6. Here's Dellavedova. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. The drive by LeBron. Second shot opportunity. Rebound by the Raptors. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Williams with the ball, and it's Waiters picking him up. And Patterson kicks to DeRozan. Hits it from three-point range. DeRozan's got the lead up to 9 now for the Raptors.
You know, even though he doesn't really have the long-range ability on a consistent level, he can knock down some open ones.
Dellavedova kicks to Varejao. James outside. Miller against DeRozan. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist from Miller. And 12 points for LeBron.
Well, he's been a real positive factor for them today, although, you know, as a team, they've had a lot of negatives mixed in there as well.
Hansbrough setting the pick for Lowry. There's the lob to the hoop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Shot is good, and the Toronto lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Dellavedova.
That's how you make it happen, guys. Ball pressure and then a run out.
And those are the kind of plays that will turn that deficit into a lead quickly. So solid defense on the ball, that's the key.
Now here's Williams. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And here we go with Waiters running it up the court. Dellavedova, that's good. Now it's just a 3-point Raptor lead.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
Wow, and now it's just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Fantastic basketball in the open floor.
Hansbrough, and James pulls it down.
And you gotta like the defense inside, really protecting the rim.
Challenging shots and making his presence felt around the rim, that's exactly what he can give you.
Here's Dellavedova. Passes it to Miller. He kicks it to Waiters. Clock at 6. And good on the basket. Book it. Waiters got 13.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
Now here's DeRozan. He's got 10. Patterson dishes to DeRozan. From the wing. That one goes. Count it. DeRozan's got 5 points in the quarter.
And he's starting to pick things up here after a tough first quarter.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
Well, he's got to get everybody on the same page. I mean, that's the reason for this timeout. And if that happens, I think they can improve and start playing better.
You know, it's a coach's job to always try to be 2 or 3 steps ahead of the opponent and to look for that extra edge if he can. And I think he feels like he might have seen one.
Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. And here are the Cavaliers now. It's a 3-point game. Dellavedova, the pass to Miller. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. 59 seconds left to play here in the half. Outside Lowry. Patterson a screen on Miller. Williams kicks to Hansbrough. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. It's nicely done.
Tyler Hansbrough, known as Psycho T back in North Carolina, big-time banger, seeks contact offensively, and draws a lot of fouls, too.
Well, free throw drops for Hansbrough.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
And Hansbrough single-minded offensively, and I don't mind that. Hey, you catch the ball in positions he gets it in to score. Some would even go so far as calling him a black hole, but, you know, last season he was a little more selective, and I think he had his best season yet as far as scoring efficiently.
Hansbrough setting the pick for Lowry. Kicks to Hansbrough. We've got 22 seconds left now here in the second. Patterson dishes to Lowry. 4 on the shot clock. And he uses the glass on the layup. Lowry's got 8 points in the quarter. 12 seconds left in the first half of the game. The dish to Miller. Soft touch off the glass. Here's DeRozan. Can't get it to go. And a tight game here as we end the first half. Raptors lead by 2. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Thank you, Kevin and Dwayne. A very tight game here. What's the #1 thing you need to do in the second half to try to get out ahead and break this thing open?
Well, number one is we got to make sure we get in a defensive disposition. You know, right now we're kind of trading buckets. We're anticipating, putting them on the foul line. So we got to play from an anticipatory style of defense, whereas we're not reacting to where they have us on our heels.
Coach, thanks for the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thank you for the great interview, Doris. We'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.